What's up, everyone? This is Saiyan back for a new Let's Play for you all. Let's play CastleVania Symphony of the Night. My god, it's been a long time since I've been back at this. It's been like 3 weeks. It may not be too much for you people, but for me, it's like a drug withdrawal. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. God. Yeah, welcome to 2017 and my first Let's Play of the year. And as you can see, I already have 2 files. This is something I'm going to explain after the main Let's Play is over. So let's just forget that exists for right now. And let's put in our name. And just like the other file, I'm just going to go with my YouTube name of Saiyan. So, let's begin. Final stage, Bloodlines. If you're wondering what this is actually from, this is from the version of CastleVania Rondo of Blood, where you actually play as a new Belmont Richter. So let's just go around here and see what we can find. If you want to run, you double tap the D-pad, as you normally would. Although getting him to start running is a bit of a pain in the ass. Maybe it's just me, but I never really got the hang of it. Moonrod. All these items, by the way, are pretty much pointless since you don't play as Richter for a good chunk of the game. It's just for the opening. What you really want to do is load up on that crap ton of hearts. And if you're unfamiliar with the CastleVania series, hearts actually help you out with your sub-weapon count. The more you have, the more often you can use them. To actually recover your health, you need things like pork chops or roasts that are hiding in the walls. Sounds weird, but hey. It needs to differentiate itself enough to really stand out. Everyone uses hearts. Shit! Okay, we don't need to get full hearts. Just enough to where we can get... Just enough to where we can get comfortable with the upcoming boss fight. Yeah, right from the beginning there's a boss fight. Oh, backflip. You can do that by tapping the X button. If you want to do a slide, you hit down and X. Hit it again to do a leap. And of course, you gotta use your whip with the square button. I am playing this on the PS3, by the way. If you want to use your sub-weapon, you hit up and square.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world!
It was not by my hand that I'm once again given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
My god, that dialogue is so cheesy. Yes, this is really the first fight of the game. Your fight against Dracula. There is a way to not have to use the sub-weapons or use the super sub-weapons, which I will demonstrate right now, because I really don't care about having boosted stats later on. Once the first phase is done, he transforms into that monstrosity. My god, I love using the holy water. I believe that if you have low health at the beginning, something special will happen. Either that, or I'm about to die. Excuse me while I whip your leg. Yeah, he's just jumping on me for this now. Dead.
No, it cannot be!
It was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, lord of the vampires who had been brought back from the grave by the dark priest Shaft. However, one night, 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea where to begin her search, Maria Reynard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. CastleVania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from out of the mist, as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard. The very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own twisted bloodline, had submerged his vampiric powers and entered into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber. But now he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. Time has come once again for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Set me! I'm going to win. Sorry if I misread a couple of those lines. I just see things that are more natural to me instead of having to say it like that. I think they could have chosen a better looking font, what do you think? About the loading screens, I'm not going to cut them out because they honestly don't run that long. Not nearly as long as Dead Rising 2's loading screens. Why are you not this fast in the game? Oh wait, that'd be completely broken. That's why. Yeah, this is Alucard. And as you can see, you can destroy huge walls with a single slash of his sword. And let's look at it. The Alucard sword, shield, dragon helm, mail, twilight cloak, necklace of jade. Yes, this game has a lot of RPG elements, as you can obviously see with all the equipment and the status littering the screen. You can change your button settings depending on what you want to use to attack, jump, and all that. You can change the window color like you can in most Final Fantasy games, with the sound, and do a time attack. I'm not going to be doing the time attack, though. Also, Alucard can do a backdash with the triangle button, which is oddly faster than his normal walk. God, you zombies. My god, the soundtrack in this game is beautiful. It is truly a symphony. My god, that sounds so fucking corny. Okay, let's bust this open in order to get ourselves level up by killing some bats, and a pot roast, a delicious, delicious pot roast. Got some mermen, slicing out some walls because there are some hidden areas around here. Ooh, there's a safe spot over here. Nope. I'm just reading too much into this already. Yeah, we're so beefy. We're gonna take down Dracula on the first strike, baby. Ooh, we got $100. We're not leaving this place empty-handed. No, sir. Alright, here comes another cutscene.
Ah, Alucard. What is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
Still befriending mortals. I'll not ask you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again. What?
And of course, just to be a dick, Death steals your items away. So now you're pretty much left with just your fists. But don't worry, there's going to be much more powerful items that we can gather throughout our journey. First, we gotta get ourselves a weapon. Short sword will do for now. Still can't get through there. I will explain those items a bit later on, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to put it in the left hand, because that's what I'm used to. Got Red Rust. Red Rust is slightly weaker than the short sword, so I'm not going to bother equipping it. Plus, it requires both hands to use. And this is the save room. Just go in here and heal yourself and save your progress. Oh, there we go. Ourselves a shiny item. The name of the Cube of Zoe, or Zoe. This causes items to actually appear from the candles when you strike them. Whether it be sub-weapons or just hearts. I don't know what the CD of that means. Maybe they actually mean compact disc or Castle Dracula. I don't know. I know I'm not blurring out statue boobs. Take care of these guys. The red skeletons are pretty much indestructible, so I wouldn't bother trying to kill them because you can't. You mind? Pyrrhus, that is a defensive thing that I can strap onto my body. Yeah, the red skeletons are indestructible, so I wouldn't bother going after them after a couple strikes just to get them to go down. Get. There we go. A leather shield. I don't use the shield too often, mainly because there aren't too many immediate uses for it. I mainly use it for blocking fireballs and flying knives. Other than that, I don't really use it. Cute little bitch. Nope, got an axe armor. A lot of old enemies from the previous CastleVania games obviously make their return in this. For better or for worse. With things like Medusa heads being very, very rampant in Castle Dracula. I prefer calling it Castle Dracula instead of just CastleVania. Because technically it does belong to him after all. And like I said about hidden passageways, yeah, they're going to be everywhere. And this increases your max amount of hearts. And it fills it to the top, too. Very nice indeed. Or maybe not. Just fills them by a great sum, then. And as you can see here, we have the knife, which flies straight and doesn't do all that much damage, but it only costs 1 heart to use, so you can use it very, very often. It's a very beginner's type of weapon, hence why they give it to you in the beginning. Ah. Get that down and bring the box over here. That way give a little bit of a foothold in order to get up to this area. I'm not going to be going for 100% of the game because that's going to take way too long. I'm just going to be going for the best ending of the game. What's it called? Okay. So don't expect me to get all 200%, and that is an accurate number. These guys want to stop spitting at me. It's gross. I'm not too worried about getting hit in this area, since we're going to be coming across another save point. Get out of here. And let's put on that cape. Looks very snazzy on him. I think out of all of my sub-weapons in this game, the Holy Water is my favorite. Because it does constant damage the more you chuck it into a spot. You gotta love save points. Not only do you get to save, but you get fully healed, and there's no limit to how many times you can do it either. I think we're gonna be coming across another sub-weapon up here that I don't really care for. It's very slow and it costs a bit too much for my tastes. That being the axe. If you don't want to pick up a weapon, you have to wait for it to disappear or just jump over it. Because once you grab it, the other one that you previously collected will fly away from you. It's not like it's gone forever, mind you, it's just it gets kicked away a little ways from you. We're gonna see that a bit later on. Alright, the second boss, but the first boss with Alucard. And by boss, I mean bosses, because it's Slagra and Gabon from Rondo of Blood. Or Dracula X, if you're going by the American version title. Believe it or not, this game did get re-released. Kind of. It's actually a special bonus thing on the Dracula X Chronicles for the PSP. So if you want to play the game with slightly changed voice acting, go for that, but you'll have to earn it by playing through Dracula X. The beginning of this fight is very easy, as Gabon, the big bat, will grab Slagra and try to stab you with his spear. Later on, he sits through the spear and decides to use his big beak of a nose. It's very easy just to dodge him and throw knives into his face. Gabon's not that hard either. You can stand directly beside him while kneeling and then just start slashing his face. He actually has a second phase to him, though, as he turns red, and his fireball attacks become a bit bigger and harder to dodge. But otherwise, they're not that big of a threat. Done. Woot! And after each and every boss, you get a life max up. Its name is quite self-explanatory. I will warn you that later on in this Let's Play there will be grinding for a certain weapon in the second part of the game, so just watch out for that. As you can see above the heart counter, they actually put in a magic meter. Because later on, whether it be from leveling up or from buying a scroll, Alucard can do special spells. He can shoot out fireballs, he can turn damage into HP, do several things. That's obviously going to have to wait for further down the line. Sunglasses. Put those on our face. Cool looking sunglasses. Because that makes us look so much better. Unfortunately, you can't see the sunglasses on Alucard. What a shame. He would have looked badass with them. Not that he already doesn't. Now, why did I choose this game to LP? I really have no explanation. Games I do, I don't really have a theme in mind. I just do it because I want to do it. That's so difficult. I just decided I want to tackle this series after not really being, you know, talkative about it. Not as much as James Rolfe, obviously, but to be honest, I haven't played that many. I haven't played that many Castlevania games beyond this and the Game Boy Advance game Aria of Sorrow. Those are also the only two games in the series I've beaten. Sad to say, but I just never had that much exposure to the series. Even though a lot of the games on the Game Boy Advance actually share the same type of game layout as Symphony of the Night and Aria of Sorrow. And Aria of Sorrow actually got a sequel called Dawn of Sorrow on the DS. So, if I ever wanted to do that game, it's probably going to be a pain in the ass since I don't have any equipment to record DS games. I don't really want to use Cam Studio like I did in the past, considering it's not very good quality coming from Cam Studio. I like to think that I've upgraded sometime in the future. I so love getting the big hearts, they throw them up by a whopping 5. This is the Rebound Stone, probably one of the weakest and most annoying sub-weapons to use. It just bounces all over the place. I prefer things going in a straight line. I stand for you. I swear that those axe armors have something that I can equip to myself, but I've never been able to. As soon as I say it, it just slaps me right in the face. Bronze Cuirass. Maybe I'm thinking about a different kind of armor in the game. There is more than one. I believe there's blade armor, there's a spear guy. And I think there is a upgrade form of the axe armor that's blue instead of green. That could be a whole different thing, though. You can actually slice their axes right out of their hands. Very handy. The money we're going to be using later on, because we're actually the sort of merchant in the castle. And of course I take an axe right to the head. Like the genius that I am. Come on, move it. Move your lazy bones. Quite literally. And you're going to see that little segment every time you go to another area. Now we're in the Marble Gallery, and I get my holy water. That's enough out of you. I would just run past them, but I kind of need the experience at this stage. Oddly enough, getting slapped in the knees with an axe only does little damage. And weirdly enough, Alucard's holy water is not the same kind of holy water that Richter used. As Richter's went slightly forward when he threw it, Alucard's only goes a tiny ways and just stays there. And there is a lot of this castle to go through. As soon as I take care of this jackass, I'll show you. You do get a map from the start, and it's your job to fill it out. Hitting the select button, you can see your map and see what you've gone through. With the red area signifying a save room. So that's very, very nice that they indicate that. Get back to you, little tool. So many hearts. And they give me some money. I believe the highest money bag that you can get is 250. I think we'll pull up on hearts. Oh god, we got mannequins. Freak! There is really no wrong way to go in this place. You can pretty much go to any room at any time, as long as you have access to it. Take care of you. I see an item up there that I want. The Spirit Orb. I ain't talking about the Yu Hakusho one. Because this one shows enemy damage. Yes, you can turn all this off in case you want to make things a little bit more difficult for you. Say you don't want to get any parts from the candles. You can do that. You kind of make your own special run with the option of turning off the items. Very unique. I don't believe you can do that in Aria of Sorrow, though. Pretty much stuck with what you got. I shouldn't be going this way, but there is no, again, no wrong way to do this. Whoa, that was close. It does so much damage. Try better than that, buddy. Level up. Just like that. You just gotta know your enemy's movements. That's the main part of the game. Not so much that you have to just be stronger than them. In that ways, it's a lot like the original games, where you gotta know how an enemy moves in order to defeat it. My god, the Medusas in this are relentless. Even though I think they only show up in like 2 areas of the game, it's still annoying. Ah, little devil spawn. Get off. Yeah, keep howling. Or I can break one of these things. No, I don't want the knife. Even though it takes 3 hearts to do, I'd still say that the holy water is much better. Plus it's consecutive damage over a period of time instead of just a small point of damage at one point. And he's dead! He wasn't even on the ground when I threw it. Just gotta keep on refilling my hearts, because there's no real good way to refill them fast. Green and red doors indicate another new area. Well, now we're back at the start, but thankfully I can get rid of this blockage. Yes. And we can't make that, unfortunately. Get rid of this guy. Pick up a sweet $100. And I think that's where I'm going to stop it for today, since we're running a bit low on time. We're going back to the old 30-minute way of recording, I guess. So, next time, let's play CastleVania Symphony of the Night. We do more exploring of CastleVania itself. Or Castle Dracula, as I again prefer to call it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace!